Hallo, hier ist zwölf. Wir waren gestern auf einem fantastischen Konzert in der Musikhalle mit Evelyn Glennie.
Und jetzt werden wir sie für ein Interview treffen in ihrem Hotel hier hinter uns und wir sind schon total aufgeregt. Mal sehen, was sie erzählt.
How do you feel now after your concert last night?
Well, I'm always very critical of my own concerts, and so I'm constantly analysing and thinking about what I do. So it's very rare for me to think, wow, that went wonderful and so on, because there are always things to work towards and try to improve.
You have a lot of experiences in music, and our question now is, do you think that other deaf people can experience music the same way?
Well, deaf people, all people can experience music. There is not one way of experiencing music. I mean, we're all completely different in the same way that when you hear sounds through the ear, some people like some sounds, some people like other sounds, some people don't like certain sounds, and so on and so forth. So really, we can all use our body as a resonating chamber. So it's very possible to perceive music and to get some emotion from the music. But, you know, it's a psychological thing. It's whether you digest sound or music. And for me, one is the same. You know, each sound and music come together. So I don't think that, well, is that sound or music? It depends on the circumstances of where that is placed. But because I'm producing the sound, I will feel that sound. But if I'm sitting over there, I would not pick the sound up. So this has a different emotional impact when I produce the sound than if I'm being a passive listener. So the participation aspect is really important for people to do.
What can I do to make myself open for this? So what's the first thing to do? Is it to close my eyes and just to feel something, or where in the body is it? Does it start, or do you have any idea how you could tell people to try to feel music?
Well, it depends whether you're participating or feeling music through a CD player or whether it's a live situation. So there's a big difference between the two. And so if you're sitting at home and you put the radio on, or you put a CD player on or something like that, then it's important to really pay attention. Listening is about paying attention. It's about not being distracted by anything else. It's just literally paying attention and not trying too hard. Not trying, I've got to feel this, I've got to feel that. It's not trying, it's just letting it happen and just gently observing, oh, I felt that there, or oh, crumbs, this is coming through the chair, or I can feel it through the floor. But think no more than that, so don't overload the body. But you can start by taking your shoes off. You can start by taking a big jacket off. You can start by experimenting where you're sitting. It might be on the floor, it could be on a seat, it might be on a wooden chair, something like that. But there isn't one way of experiencing music, because we're all so different, really.
What is your biggest dream?
I don't know really. I have a lot of aims and ambitions, but the biggest one, it's very hard to say because they're all rolled into each other, so one impacts the other. For example, my aim when I was a young musician was to become a solo percussion player. That's now possible, and we're seeing younger players come up and do this. So no longer can people say it's not possible to be a solo percussionist. It's very possible to be a solo percussionist. So that ticks that box, really. And I think now it's projecting the communication of music, not just to members of the audience, but really getting in to core businesses, to people's homes, the family structure, to understand the importance of sharing something like music making. And this happened long ago, where people used to tell stories, recite poetry, play music, do all sorts of things together as a unit. And we've lost that. We're much more independent with our entertainment time, our social time. We'll sit at the computer, we'll play computer games, we'll be on our phone, and everything is looking down and we're here. We want to kind of come up and see the world and see what's around us and how that can impact us. And this is where music is such a great tool. We're able to travel more, we're able to learn more through the internet and use that as a tool. But let's share that. And I think that really is important to me as I travel around and create different projects. And it's kind of a form of inspiration as well, so that the next generation can take it further than I can.